Hi there, welcome to Average Joe's Blog. We're here in the brand new 2012 Honda CR-V. We'd usually kind of do this piece outside the car, but I'm in Scotland, it's raining, and to be honest, I don't really want to get that wet. So let's have a look at the car, let's have a look at the current incarnation. This is the fourth version of the CR-V. Been around for donkey's years since I think 1995 originally launched, and let's see what the current version has to offer. Okay, let's have a look at the ride now of the Honda CR-V. Overall, pretty good, impressed. It's not going to be mind-blowing. It's not too soft, it's quite soft though, but that helps to ride the undulations in the road, the thousands and millions of potholes that we obviously have now on UK roads, any bumps and things. It's going to handle those pretty well as long as it's nothing too major. The only slight downside of that, because you haven't got that stiffness, is when you're going around roundabouts or cornering at slightly higher speeds. Yes, there is a little bit of body roll. Not too much, nothing too bad, but you will find that there's a little bit, and you may find that things slide around a little bit. My slight worry is there's a little bit of road noise. It's actually been reduced since the last CR-V, but for me it's not noisy by any means, you know, you can hardly hear a thing, but it's noticeable at times, and especially when you're with other vehicles and following them closely, that kind of thing. Overall, you know, it's a Honda ride. It's safe without being exciting, but it's a good, comfortable ride, and I think that's one of the main things that you're looking for with the current branch of SUVs that you get coming out. In terms of the styling, it's, I think, more rounded and polished than the original CR-V and the last version. And to be honest, there's been mixed opinions. Some people like it, some people don't like it. I think it's probably the best looking CR-V yet. It's not an exciting car by any means, but it's a good looking car. It's easy on the eyes, but equally it's not eye-catching. It's not standing out from the crowd, it's not being completely different, it's being Honda. In terms of the interior, overall, again, you know, it's safe, it's Honda, it's by no means a bad looking car on the inside. I quite like the, I guess you'd nearly call them retro dials. It's very dark, it's matte, and it's got, it reminds me of a kind of a classic watch face, really. I quite like that about the car. It keeps it simple, but it still gives you the information that you need in the centre. In terms of the space, you know, you're going to have loads. It's got sort of one of the biggest load capacities in class. It's got plenty of room, both in the front, in the back. I'm 6'3", comfortably sitting there, no worries. Loads of headroom here as well, which is great. Everything else though in the interior, it's solidly built. I think the seats are quite nice. This is the Alcantara. There's also obviously a level rich in the interior the further up you go in the range, and it all seems to work very well, and it's functional, which is obviously the one thing you can always say about Honda. Now, when it comes to the interior and finishes, you're not going to find a shortage of options. You've got the S, the SE, you've got the SR, and then you've got the EX model. They are going to provide you, even the base S, to be honest, has a fair bit of kit. But once you get up to the EX, you're going to pretty much find everything that you want to, including a touchscreen, for instance, which, you know, we think most cars nowadays should have a touchscreen unless it's a real base model. The only gripe on that would be, it's a touch screen, you don't really use the screen. There's not much in terms of menu options on the screen, user interface. There are just loads of buttons around the screen, which is a little bit disappointing. Yes, you press OK on your sat nav, which, to be honest, I didn't find the navigation in the maps overly great. Pretty standard stuff. And it could have been a lot better in terms of the touch screen. It could have been a really good feature of the car. Instead, you know, it's a touch screen, but it's nearly not. I can understand the odd button to the side of major things like volume or zoom in, zoom out on your sat nav, that kind of thing. But in terms of, you know, actually using it and getting the car to do everything, then that's when you want the touch screen, and that's when you want a good touch screen to work. There we have it, that's the Honda CR-V for 2012. Yours for a snip over £21,000. That's only going to get you the two-wheel drive petrol model though. Yes, it's obviously better value off the forecourt, but a four-wheel drive diesel is going to give you better miles per gallon, lower CO2 emissions, lower tax, and you've got that added four-wheel drive for if you go into the Garden of Fate and you're going to park on the grass. current CRV owners, are they probably going to upgrade? Yes, and they're going to want to. They're definitely going to want to look at this car. It is a vast improvement over the last version, which is obviously sold so well. If you're new coming into the SUV market, I would definitely take a look, take it out for a test drive, see what you think. It's going to come down to personal choice, obviously, like everything. It may be some of the higher models, yes, you get an awful lot of kit on them, but for over £30,000, what else can you kind of get for that? I'm not sure. But I think Honda, I've seen a lot of marketing material, and they've kind of summed it up quite well with reliable, capable, reassuring. And yeah, that is pretty much this car, to be honest, to a T. It's exactly those things, and you know, it's what seems to make it work and what seems to make me like it. So I'm Stuart, this has been Average Joe's vlog. Like, share, and we will see you again soon.